What just happened there? Miss Naruto, I managed to find out what happened. Did you? Miss Susato. I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade that will explode the device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like a sort of thing ninjas use. I was making sure everything is safe now. I did try to start again before long. I would have done something like that. They managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15 I hear. A young girl? Then could it be? The other passenger, Mr. Gilbert, we were just talking about. I thought exactly. So he was silent. He wasn't lying. What becomes of Mr. Gilbert after all? There are so many things I need to ask him how. And he was summoned to the prosecutor's chamber and answered questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? What's she even doing here at the trial? Was taking a huge risk and for what possible benefit to herself. There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Huh? Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Bibo. We took 4 passengers that night. A fare pay of 5 pence each. Also a total of 20 pence. But now it seems there are 5 passengers, which means the figure doesn't seem to add up again. He's right, that is strange. Also for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. I'll go straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but I could after the whole direction of the trial. Well, now something enough, Miss Susato. Yes. What? The actual fuck? There's a young girl next to McHill, look. He must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. Right after the rather uneventful rest, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McHill. Now then, Lord Van Zisk. My lord? I believe you have established a cause of the smoke, which will fail proceeding after the year. However, being an advanced form of smoke grenade, and so typically employed by the army. Oh, courageous! The army? Why the name? It's an elaborate time to a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, where she was caught. Now occupies the stand. Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade, which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of deplorable behavior? If I may, my lord. Yes, Mr. McGuire. I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Or is that this wee lass we here in the first place, why she tried to bolt like that? Still tied up this event of that night, so it is. Well, Mr. McGuire, give your testimony. We'll explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. Because what is happening that night? It's not like the defense always needs the information or anything. It's getting messier and messier. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, begone! A loud thud, we scream and walk with his fair straight. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet. I saw him on the head across me. Then I tried to find out where the scream has come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child there, like all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Wait, what? I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding the omnibus, is that correct? That's exactly the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord. Yeah, that's weird too. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. It's getting messier and messier. Messier. On the night in question, I took the back seat of the omnibus and properly nodded off. Oh, is this him? Just fell across on the floor, then me feet out him to the seat across from me. Tried to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what I get find. There was a child in there called up the hole, having her wee self awake. Wait, what? I'm so confused. I wonder how I must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo, being the defense lawyer. I'm finding myself astounded as everyone else as his testimony. I say it is trying. We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGilder before the trial. We must be dispirited. We must just try to learn all the facts we can. We're in London this morning. Didn't see my day panning out like this. Mr. Naruhodo, no grumble even in your head. How did you know? I'm just gonna press. Hold it! Gonna press. And when you first got onto omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? 9. There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was none under the roof. You were the first passenger as you were, I see. Aye, and that's why I took the back seat as I did. It is the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means, it is how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the cell opposite to the one which poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, it is the most comfortable and where I feel the most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from the time to time as well. Then Bakura found a loud voice scream woke him up. So he was sleeping. A loud thud, you say, and a scream. Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like a sound of someone falling to the ground, that sort of noise. You think it was the sound of Mr. Manson falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well, no, you remember. I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. When the sound woke me up, I opened my eyes. There was an assault to the scene in the carriage, but the fella on the floor. We didn't see anyone. At the same moment, we did hear a scream. From the seats above your roof deck, I presume. Not above me, no, my lord. That was from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. Hold it! Wait, what? So you sought him up? The victim, you mean? That I did, so the seat across from me, I said I could plainly see the poor devils was already gone. You wouldn't leave a dead man just lie on the floor now, will you? It is common courtesy, so that it is. Find a little hard to believe. Ah, Lord Von Zeskin, why would that be? You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage, any normal person will hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well, now, as you know, I'm sometimes a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest? Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and so will even see me dead. So I try, where all possible, to avoid getting myself entangled with trouble. Are you suggesting that you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no, I was always intended to report it, so I was. Only had a mind to find out the whys and whereofs first. The whys and whereof force? Well, you are. There are some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That we scream ahead, for example. Why don't you good self just do the same? Wait, what?
Yes.
This game he say he heard at the same time the thought of the victim collapsing. Okay.
Hold it!
I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well, now it's a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up came from, if you excuse the vulgar expression, under my backside. Good gracious! In your backside, there was a stowaway in it, and when I lifted the seat on which I had been sitting, I found there was a wee cub of holly there for storage. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yes, I already checked that. Yes, of course, the old bus will submit as evidence. This will be a very good time to have a true look around inside. And that's when I found her. I had You said she was hiding herself. She was a stowaway? Aye, that's right. That was hard to see in a dim lamplight, but she was curled up in a wee ball when our eyes met. Well, my head were nearly beating my chest. Nearly stopped. You are really overreacting this. Still no, I pulled her out of her under there and sat her to the seat opposite so I could have a wee chiwang with her. The seat opposite. That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You said this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see... while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, but a voice this time. Presumably that scream was Miss First, who was sitting at the roof deck seat. Right, you are again. I will say so. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and gentleman with a knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witness did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGill. They believe it to be yourself and the victim was in fact his girl. Aye aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. It's certainly plausible. The defendant is somehow diminutive in stature. In reality confused perhaps with this young girl. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you, I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl? Who is the girl? I'm having doubts. What the hell? Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, and her crafts among large crowds, relieving people in of their purses. It's commonly called a pickpocket. What? Nani? This girl here? A petty thief? Ora, ore, urde. Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade will answer the question. What the fuck? How dare you? What's the meaning of this? Zoom. Ah. Girl, she's gone again. Open your eyes. Yeah. Good gracious, how? What's the point in that little sidestep? I know what? You're looking, thinking grown-ups are all the same. Just a little deeper, you say. Sleep out and a good, not good girl on the job. She got herself back in the corner, or she'd naked gent. Gone? There's word to you here, ain't it? No, not at all. It's a court of law. We are here to determine the truth, not cast. Ahoy. Look, knives out for cowards. Only thugs that use weapons like that. What I need for war is do the fingers. I'm a professional, right? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride with I do. I don't know. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs. Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Now, to keep the full-wheel threads. Oh, this, yeah, it was in a bag I lifted the other day. Oh my god, is that the Sherlock symbol? It's nice and neat, like a pink vest. Oh, don't wait that thing in my direction again. Just then throw it. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question? It's alright, lass. You can tell the truth now. Alright, yeah. Just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrada, as a valid significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. Okay, that is getting weird. Let me record exactly what happened in the omnibus tonight in question. Alright, if I have to. I'm very confused now. Because... what the girl saw. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hogged up the horse, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can see the blind thing in their hiding place. It's pitch black in there. Then after a while I heard this loud bang, nearly jumped out of my skin I did, and scream just came out. It was because of that this well found me, and it helped me get away. Mind. What? Yes, he let you go. I failed to understand why you let this strict urging go, Mr. McGilded. Oh, this implicit itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. What? How? Well, he was sitting on the thing. I'm sure I said it before, sir. He was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. This is where I was sat that night. And a cubbyhole on which I have spoken underneath this seat, I presume. Yeah, you got that. Yes, it does appear just enough from its own particular session. So there was not even point to discover that information. But of course the wee lads were stuck in there, because I piled myself on the seat for the duration. So you see, that's why I let my last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they automatically assumed she'd done it. But I couldn't leave myself if my own life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called in question. Not at all, my lord. Not at all. Wait, what? I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought, if it was worth taking a pound on my own good name for the sake of these less fortunate lass. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. My lord. This is a fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for being even ever doubtful, sir. Well, that's the problem. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clear at the truth every time. I'm still confused. Saint alive! Will this member of the jury consensually interlean to the verdict of not guilty? But still, who the fuck killed him? Mr. Naruhodo, this is well. I mean, it must mean what? 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 We're victorious! We won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Oh, yeah! Yeah! What we'll do? Just smash my leg on top of the fucking table! Oh my god. What's gonna be the next animation? Smash the other leg so you like flying the side of my iron killed Wellington fans pray. Do forget the discourtesy. He's pissed. This really is a consummate example of the one momental flaw in British judicial practices, where evidence and reason should be paramount. Emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness' latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glorious omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubby hole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. Okay. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Yep. Good lord! The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. Gilbert's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been affected, Counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiency of the constabulary, allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Wait, what? Well, my Nipponese friend. Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, the doubtless you examined the fine detail as well as a respecting practitioner of law. Yeah, it was not empty. Fuck. Pray, what did you find the condition of the under seat compartment to be? Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear these up in a jiffy. Sorry? Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. How are these all elaborate excused by the desperate law Van Zisk? What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? Are you really innocent, man? Well, counsel, do you have something to say in this matter? I'm supposed to answer. What can I say about the state of that little compartment, the seat at the omnibus? It wasn't empty when I checked it. I didn't look. When I checked, it wasn't empty. Wait, right now you're saying is empty? Well, fuck off. Fuck off! Oh, there's blood on the floor. I didn't notice. What the fuck? Yeah, it's empty now. Fuck. It wasn't empty. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause. Counsel for the defense. As far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside, yes. Are you sure, Counsel? Ah, bewitched. What are you saying now, you daft door? I thought you were on my side here. My side of the truth. What game are you playing? The task is to defend the man in stand. Why would you say something so to compromise his position? As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state that what facts I do know now as clearly, as honestly as possible. Interesting. This is not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. Miguel, that... Well, I don't forget you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then... A fellow member is a curious stinging, and not altogether reliable. Not a court must consider the facts. But there can't be under the seat is empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it will be your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? I'd like the jury to weigh down this matter, I think. The commander is denied to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild rules state the omnibus should be properly fully equipped at all times, so it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night of the question. People isn't that responsible. The money landing flats and the big purse are lying. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinky rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, the lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick! Of course it's a trick! No! Would the trick fuck me up? Why so? I must concur here. Oh no. Oh no, the drama. With calm and calculated reasoning, one is clear the truth at the time. But by the time it's different. My lord, I humbly accept the scales of justice. Clearly a verdict of not guilty at the times will be all inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is a matter of outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it will seem. I was quite confident about that. Okay. So it's not inside the carriage with the others, just like always. But it was a ride all waste of time. I got nothing to show for my travels that night. You can see a blind thing that a hidden place is pitch black there. Then after a while, Ersty slowed down, nearly jumped onto my skin. I did, and his skin just came out. Because that's well done. That's what he... I don't know.
Hold it!
So you were already the Optimus before they even set off on this front. Oh yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending joy of making a few both, huh? That's not my idea, innit? So what does she mean there's no point spending money to make money? That really makes sense. May I remind you that this girl is a petty thief, can't refrain from entertaining her tenants. Well, that does clear up a little mystery of the fares and all. We're paying passenger at 5 pence a piece, making 20 of which cabin testifying. And 1 little scapegrace is riding for free. The red Concorde driver always goes for some grub before the last run, see? So that's when I sleep in the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? Well, your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach, no? Yeah, there's brush and buckets and whatnot in there too. Go with charcoal, that out and cram in corners, huh? Don't ever seem to be bothered much. Yet, according to the report filled by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. We have reached the end of the line of inquiry. Continue. The question for like is, who is lying? Are they both lying? Or why? A waste of time. Why is that? Well, most nights I'm the one who own inter-god permanently some of the time. I beg your pardon? Do you say god permit? Yes, well, that's normal. Walmart kinda call it. You say the omnibus, I suppose. Upon is my unnormal run, I catch ain't got no one inter for a while. And that's when you come out of the hiding place and get away. That's it, only that night. This cover was on my seat from the start. Ain't that about your way, did he? And I arranged she was totally stuck. You mean to tell us what you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah, right, mister. To be sure, that will shock as anyone. You don't expect to leave the caution and see inside the final trial now, do you? So this man's strike won't be possibly the culprit then. For you, so you couldn't see out of the cabin at all? Not a jot. Most days I push the caution up with and look out at the right track. They can have a butcher that wouldn't gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can't even look to see they get under in so push a flash under those ones. So most of the time the passenger blind themselves opposite. I wasn't reason that night is that Irish spent the whole journey right over my head. For that reason you weren't able to push the cushion up to pick up, I see. 2 days. I ain't too happy it's more dark places, but it's too much like being thrown into clinking. It's the only place I take a garage, so it's obvious truth. Just, why don't you just stick to picking people pockets and open them? Say there's some reason that she's not letting go, judging from the demeanor. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I just stick out under there. Nothing else for it. My confusion speak performances. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling on the floor? Could it be, I suppose. I don't remember so well. What is that made me jump? And you let out a scream involuntarily. That's right, and then I felt the cushion over me and let it roll out suddenly. Somebody went to defend the got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. He could equally have been the moment that the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could he not? Well, though, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion, and I quit but a while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up a block, but I fell in on the floor and on the seat opposite. I'd imagine Mr. Gilded account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. Sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. Should ever risk looking. I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
Hold it!
So confused. When Mr. Miguel discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place. Scared stiff, so he dragged me out and sat me down the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Manson. Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts and was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and ended up holding on to me. How awful. Got my ankle covered in blood and made me feel sick as a dog. What are her hands covered in? Oh, there must be water with the passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McKilden for a while, is that correct? He asked me some stuff. I to know his name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from above, someone scream. Yes, he said first on the roof deck, one more person. Well, I didn't want to no one see my face, so I didn't look up. Then the oars were drying as my Irishman said to me. Get back onto the seat and I'll see what you can get away later. A six-member of jury had decided the offender was innocent. One brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they were all still very unsure. But we'll just find some conclusive piece of evidence. This new territory, sure we will clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right, and I have this niggling feeling. Something bothering me. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Yes, me too. So what is bothering me that one of the testimony said precisely that there is you know what? So the fellow there was well dressed, so this is why he couldn't recognize it. The problem with being well dressed, he was wearing a hat. From a petty thief, you will not wear like that fancy clothing. So it's like that's weird. It's like, well, you recognize there was someone else right there, like you know.
Objection!